Hey there and happy Friday. I thought for sure today was Thursday and it's like it can't be Friday already. So I hope you guys have fun plans this weekend now that I realize it's the weekend. And before the weekend comes, I thought I would try and share a little inspiration with you guys with card number 4 for October's virtual stamp camp. So I'm going the Christmas route today for you guys, and I try and sneak a couple ideas in because I know a lot of you that make big batches of Christmas cards to send out like to have some ideas sooner than later. And also for those that go, you know what, I really don't do a lot with Christmas cards. I don't want to make too many already in October. So I thought, well, let's try and squeeze a couple in October just to give you some ideas. And hey there, Angie. And oh, fun. Brenda's on her way to the concert in Sioux Falls. That's a great day to do that. Yeah, now it feels like Friday. And so with that too, I'm just going to bring you a couple Christmas ideas this month, and then know that the next couple months I'll bring you more, but not all Christmas either. So let me get my camera turned around to you guys so that you can see what I'm working on. So yeah, during harvest, it just always seems like, wow, other people get to have fun this time of year. That's great to hear though. Okay, so here, I'm putting together something that looks just kind of, once again, like homespun. I feel like Stampin' Up! Has really come up with some really nice designer series papers for Christmas. And this designer series paper is actually from the annual catalog. And it's a 6x6 pack, and it is Tidings of Christmas. And so here's the 6 designs. So I'm trying to think, yeah, there, if I can get it close enough without getting too close, so you can see those designs, kind of like this one almost could be good for fall, but some nice reds and greens and Sahara sand in there. And I love this deep color here too, bringing in the soft succulents. And of course, you guys know I love blue, so to have a little bit of blue in there is kind of nice too. And then when I flip it over, you can see there's some nice stripes, some nice designs going on there with cherry cobbler, soft succulent, and evening evergreen there. And then something that's kind of subtle in the background here is that shimmer paper, again, that shimmer vellum. So if you remember the card that I made for last month's stamp camp, using the shimmer vellum, and yeah, I'm hoping that the light catches it. It looks like it is. So really pretty because it is just kind of soft but sparkly. I think for this card you could use, if you got the whole packet, and I think after I did the last card, everybody's like, oh, I need to order that. So you could probably get away with using the evening evergreen shimmer vellum or the soft succulent here. I chose soft succulent for today's card, just as a nice kind of subtle look to go onto the card there too. And you can tell I'm doing a before noon broadcast, you guys, because I'm getting kind of a different vibe of sun from my shade my blinds, and so then it doesn't always give you the best results maybe, but sometimes when I look back at my videos, it shows up better than I think. So for the Have a Holly Jolly Christmas, that is coming from the, I have my pages marked here with a big heavy punch, that's not going to move, the mini catalog on page 19. So it has all these great Christmas greetings or seasonal greetings, and for different occasions, and I love the font so that whatever you decide to use for the front and the inside of your card, it just follows through in a really nice way. So that's on page 19. And then once again, all of these little like vanilla colored outlines, it helped me today because when I knew I wanted to use this sentiment, I'm like, okay, so which die pairs up from that? And this is kind of that big double sweet, nope, it goes this way, that double sweet package. So these dies I'm using with this stamp set on the page before, page 17. And then something that I need to get out and use more for you guys, because I have it here, is this great Happy Holidays bundle. I always want to call it Holidays bundle, but it's Happy Holidays bundle. So it has a very nice stamp set for my nature lovers with the bird. And then what I'm using today is just the holly border punch, and that's on page 27. So this is the holly border punch there for you guys. And I'm going to show you that in a new and fun way too. So let me get started. And I think for this, I'm going to probably do some assembly first before I do my stamping. I thought this would be a fun layout for kind of a lot of different occasions or different styles of cards. So when I have a card like today, I like to kind of just let you guys think outside the box of, okay, if I give you measurements of different strips and things, you could take any of your designer series paper and make that happen, whether it's a birthday card or totally different colors or anything like that. Then I like to tell you about that. So before I attach my vellum, we all know now that when you put adhesive on vellum, it shows through. So I know I need to get my pretty papers kind of lined up here before I put that down. I'm going to start with my center one. So this, like I said, this is from, all three of these are from that Tidings of Christmas paper, and it's 6 by 6. So what I did is just cut it 3 inches. So this is 3 inches. So I just cut it right down the middle, and then these are all 1.5 inch strips. And that allows me to get a full use of that 6 by 6 piece of paper. So if you like to not have any extra scraps laying around, that'll be perfect. Or if you're like me and have tons of scraps, because if it's a 12 by 12 that you're working with and adjusting to copy my card using different things, you probably have a lot of this size strip left over if you cut your 12 by 12 into big chunks like this for card fronts, the 4 by 5 1/4, then you kind of get this size strip left over. So I like to kind of point that out too to help you guys. So I have adhesive on all 3 of these. You guys are going to think I'm crazy, but here I have kind of this pad on my desk, and this is how I lined it up. I kind of just went, okay, this looks like the middle. And some of you might go, okay, I can do that. Others might cringe like, no, like, where's your ruler? I need my ruler. And then from there, I just kind of eye what's left to that side and put a little bit of space in between each one, and yet a border on the side too. So looks like there's a little adhesive there, and that is what I come up with for that. And then if you don't like the way your leaves are shining, or, you know, are not shining, leaves are laying or such, or if you like this layout better, you can always twist it around one way or the other too. And so now that I have these on here, I know what isn't going to show through. Obviously, if I put adhesive along the edges like we normally do, that's going to show my adhesive. So now that I have these on there, I know that I can take my adhesive and just give those a nice little run through. I just put a couple adhesive strips behind each of those, and then I feel like it's good to go. And then I can just put that right on my card front. So like I said, this is a great layout. Using, this is 5.5 by 4 1/4, folding this way today, 4 by 5 1/4 of the shimmer vellum, and then 3 by 1.5 for each of these. Hey there, Diane. Good to have you on here. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to have a lot of watchers today because I'm off schedule, but I'm just glad that my farmer family gave me some time off to be with you guys. So next I'm going to do some stamping. And like I said, that's from the Christmas to Remember. I really like this font. I like that it has a little bit of a cursive-y look to it, but very easy to read. And with that, I'll open up my Cherry Cobbler ink pad here, and I'll stamp that out. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And I knew I wanted to pull out the holly punch, so you know, if I'm doing the holly punch, why not have the sentiment say holly jolly? And with that, not only does the designer series paper have like the cherry cobbler, so I knew that's where I wanted to go, but I wanted to tell you often the most asked question this time of year is, do you think I should order a cherry cobbler ink pad or do I go with Real Red? And I love both of them. So you can see here that the cherry cobbler has a much darker presence to it, like a brown red, where the Real Red is a real red. And a lot of times I base my decision on what's in my designer series paper. And I feel like it says cherry cobbler, but this is a very nice bright cherry cobbler version because of the white that they mixed in with that too. So I think maybe you could get away with Real Red with that one too, but I kind of just go with the theme of whatever I'm using for designer series paper because I do love both of the colors. And before I cut this out, this is going to be matted too using the seasonal, whoa, they all fell out, not all, but a lot, the seasonal labels dies. And like I said, this is from that mini catalog too. Hey there, Kay. So there's lots of fun dies. A lot of them are for labels and such, and coordinate with the greetings, like I said. And then these are the two labels that I'm using from the seasonal labels dies here. And I can get out my cut and emboss machine here and run that through. So I'm going to do the kind of the matting first, and that's just with that label on cherry cobbler. Run that through, and then I can quickly run I'll set that die aside and run through the sentiment, have a holly jolly Christmas. So very easy to line up. This one I did stamp first. It made it really easy to line that up, and you can see that it doesn't have any extra stitching or embossing to raise it up, maybe just a hair of a little bit of an edge, but I do like the little circle edges to that and how that mats together so well for a nice double matting for the sentiment. Let me set that aside, and now I can put this together as well on my card. I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on here and then center that like so. And I'll grab some dimensionals. I have both of my minis and regular dimensionals ready to go because I know I'm going to need my minis real soon here. I put about 4 dimensionals on here to get to that to pop up and give it some lift off of the pretty paper. Okay, and then that I'll just center. It's pretty easy to center this when you have the papers all lined up already. So if, like I said too, if you're copying just this layout, know that you can kind of come up with any type of punch to put in the center or other dies. This would make, like if you like to make all your birthday cards in one setting, or you know, at one time for the whole year, this would be a really nice layout to copy and do something like that with it as well. So now for some accessorizing, you guys know I love to do that. That's where I'm going to pull out this fun holly border punch. So it can be used as a border punch, and that would make a great edging of a card for the holiday season. I want these leaves today. So I'm going to open this up and pull out some evening evergreen. This strip is about, I think, like 1.25 inches wide, and that will cover the whole pattern there that is shown. I just slide that in so far and give it a punch, and then I have kind of like all this confetti here, and this is what like the border punch would look like if you're doing it alongside a card. But I want these holly pieces here. I did think about coming back and passing through another piece with cherry cobbler to get the tiny little holly berries and such, because that would look really cute. But then I thought, you know me, I like something that's going to add a little glitz and shimmer and shine. So I'm going to add some little accessories on top of that in a little bit here. So let's get out some little tiny holly leaves. Oops, got that off to the side. Even these little dimensionals, if I don't put them on right, they'll show. But if I put them on right, it's almost like, and I say this all the time, like Stampin' Up! Knows exactly what the measurement is of a dimensional or mini dimensional, depending on what they're doing. And I feel like so many times it just fits on perfect. And it's just like all of their things are meant to be used for dimensionals and mini dimensionals and such. Even glue dots sometimes is kind of funny. Okay, so for this, I'm going to get those little pieces off my fingers from the stickers. I'm just going to pop up a holly leaf here and a holly leaf here, and then I'm going to put the third one down here like so. So we have that just as an extra little pop onto there as an accessory. And then for my bling on the front side of the card, I'm going to pull out the red rhinestone jewels. I thought about using the, here I have them here so you can see them for reference, my wonderful gem jewels, but I feel like they'd just be too big, even the smaller ones, for the daintiness of these holly berries, which I think this is a perfect match then to be able to put these little berries on here. And I just kind of put them close to, oops, that one I want to move a little bit, close to the ends of my holly leaves like so. And I'm kind of going once again with a theme of odd numbers. So I have 3 on there like so. And then for the inside, from that same Christmas to Remember stamp set, Love and Joy come to you and may it last the whole year through. I'm just going to stamp that out on some basic white, kind of towards the top third of the card. And here you can see kind of the deeper color that the cherry cobbler gives that. But I love how the font style goes from the inside to the outside and coordinates and matches so well with that. And I'm just going to put that on, and that's going to be the inside of our card today too. So hopefully you can look at that and go, oh yeah, I can copy that. Easy measurements for easy cutting. And it's something that you could just sit and assemble lots of Christmas cards from that design. So there you go for October Stamp Camp, guys. So let me get this turned around. I did it again. I hit something on my phone and it just turned black and it's like, oh no. So how you can get my October stamp camps, I have the code there, and then I will upload this picture of the card that I made today as well as the host code for October. So if you have a minimum $75 order using that host code, you get all 10 of the cards that I'm going to make this October stamp camp for free. If you don't need anything to order and go, you know what, I just really want those cards, then just let me know and I will send those out. And the cost for that is $25. That includes postage. If you're local to me, then I deliver to you, so then I get to see you as well. So that's always a plus. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to head out to the field. My best blessing today I have to share with you is I was scrambling because I wanted to put together a card for you guys, and I was like, how do I get dinner? And I know once I get dinner out there, I need to stay out there probably for the next 10 hours or so. So I was like, what am I going to do? And then my hubby called and said that a local grain company is going to be bringing us lunch today. And it was just like, oh, that was exactly what I needed to hear, just to get a little bit of a break and a little bit of sanity restored during this busy time. So had to share that with you because that was like the highlight of my day so far. So take care, and I'll see you when I see you guys next. Bye-bye.